Test mic, test mic, test mic. Good morning, everyone. It's February 4, 2025. It is the first Tuesday of the month, 9:40 in the morning, and we're here looking at what the market is going to give us today. So SPY is at that level where it closed yesterday. So February 4, 2020. Only up by 0.07%, so not a lot. Let's do our level. Pre-market low at 594. Pre-market high is being tested right now. At that level where and there are certain stocks that are very active today. So let's just look into those. All right. First, PLTR is very active. It's up by $20.80 pre-market low here, pre-market high. It's testing the high of the pre-market about to. There's a big volume bar right here, so let's wait for a VWAP play or a 90 MA play with PLTR. Our GTI is, let's see if this is a low float stock. Float is 214 million, so not a low float. Pre-market low here is at 1344. It created an opening range breakout. We were not able to capture that one. Apple on the daily looks weak. Pre-market low, pre-market high at 227, encountering a strong resistance. PayPal had a nice drop. Pre-market low at 81, created an opening range breakdown, 94. NVIDIA encountering a strong support at the VWAP. Looking at the daily looks like it's due for a bounce. So right now, let's see, the good entry here could have been at 116. It is up by $1.45. I am looking for a VWAP play here. If it's gonna retest the VWAP, there is a big volume and order waiting at 118. So let's wait for NVIDIA to go to 118. 5.8 million SMCI, not a low float stock. Daily looks okay. It is encountering a resistance at this level, which is where it is currently at. NVIDIA here or AMD. See, AMD here, almost looking like the chart of SMCI pre-market low here with a pre-market high. All right, most interesting chart is NVIDIA. Well, NVIDIA, I'm waiting for NVIDIA to touch a VWAP, and it certainly did. I was putting my level in the rest of the chart, and it is encountering that resistance again, which is right here. NVIDIA showing some signs of strength here. I like how the daily looks like. So waiting for a little bit of a pullback. PLTR as well is strong. So 104. All right, PLTR is strong. So we are gonna start a position in PLTR. Stop loss here is just below the VWAP there. What else is moving? Rivian up by $2 or 2%, I mean. All right, adding to that position. PLTR, there is a lot of volume right here added to my 104.90. This is going to be pushed to 105. Look at this volume. So 104.70, 78, 105. They are pushing this one to 105. Added to that position. 104, there you go. Took some partial. 105, 20, 30, 105, 50, Took some partial again, and 105.35, 40, 105.45. So looking at the tape here, 50. Okay, we are partialing like crazy here, but the move is there. So we were just trying to, there you go, take some partial there, and it rewarded us. So right now, let's put our stop loss above break even. So even if this one stop us out, then we are out of. So that was a quick trade on PLTR. So yeah, that was an A plus setup there, a VWAP, and then now, yeah, just 106. They're pushing this one to 106. Look at this tape right here, 106, big volume, big order right there. 106. At this point, I have a small position, so 10. Okay. All right, trailing. All right, so that one was the VWAP play. All right, so yeah, we just opened our computer less than 10 minutes ago, and there you go, all out, PLTR. All right, next. All right, so got us out, but yeah, they're pushing this one still. 107 is very possible with this move. All right, let's look for another opportunity. This one could just be some profit takers, but it's a bit overextended, so it's hard to go into that trade now. PayPal opening range breakdown here. Look at the level that we created. Our GTI having a pullback. AMD is just in between our levels. Same thing as Nvidia. Yeah, not a lot of volume R is dying. So that's the thing. Tesla is just under consolidation. AMD encountering a nice support here at 9 EMA. 9 EMA here, big volume came. What is MSCI doing? What I don't like about AMD is, although this is a 9 EMA potential where it not a lot of gap up, but it had that gap and then pushed higher. But look at this wick right here at the 15 or our pre-market level. I don't like that this is the big wick right here, making, if you disregard all these moves, you have your pre-market high, pre-market low. Look at where the price is. It's just in the middle of that pre-market high and pre-market low. So that's the only thing that's holding me back from trading AMD. Although look at this a very nice setup where it's a 9 EMA, it's still not an A plus setup for me. So that's how you should be looking at the moves of the stocks. You have to be very picky in which stocks you would like to trade. All right. Yeah, still having that 9 EMA. Yeah, I just don't like this week as well. All right, so yeah, we'll call it a one and done trade today. All right, yeah, still having that night. All right, so let's just do a quick recap. So good morning, everyone. It's 9:51 in the morning, to or February 4th, 2025, and we traded today for roughly around 10-15 minutes. Let's see exactly. So we opened our computer 9:35. We found this PLTR that's very strong. So that time it was 9:40. By 9:45 we are done with the trade. So around 5 minutes of trading today, and we are up by 3,400. So we'll call it a day. All right, so the way that we get to see which stock to trade today, we were looking at the very strong stocks that are moving today. We were looking at Rivian. Rivian, the daily doesn't even look good at all. It is like an inside bar when it opened, so I did not even get a chance to put levels there. Then the one that hits the scanner is a couple of stocks. One of them is PLTR, and the daily looks so strong, and this is the reason why this is the stock of the day, and this is the one that we focus our attention to. So you look at the daily, each candlestick is a daily candlestick. You have a huge gap up there. It's already screaming at our face that it is very strong, and you just have to ride the momentum. So with that strength, we went long at PLTR, and this is an A plus setup. So we have our very huge gap up, our pre-market data, pre-market level. You have a pre-market low 97.24 with a pre-market high of 104. Now looking at a smaller time frame, you have the 5 minutes. 5 minutes, look at how it's been respecting that VWAP. So this one is an opening range breakout as well as a VWAP play. Both strategy goes hand in hand in this trade. So you have a huge gap up there, and then look at your VWAP right here. VWAP had been tested one, two, three times that it's been tested, and it's not even going below the VWAP. So we rode the momentum. It is up now by $22, and what we see here is as soon as it touched the VWAP, then it shoot up. We were a little bit late in the party, but we were adding to our positions there. So 104.23 was the initial entry. Keep adding up to the time that we were able to get out of this trade at 105.83, trailing my stop loss all the way up here, and it kicked us out. So with that 104.25 all the way to 105.83. So we're talking about $1.50 move, very quick move, less than 5 minutes there. So 9:40 to 9:45 was the trade, and PLTR did not disappoint. So PLTR gave us 3,400 there. So you know, a one and done. You have your VWAP, touch up the VWAP, you have your pre-market high, and at that pre-market high you got the confirmation, and that's why we added to that pre-market high. Boom, it went all the way up to 106.91, and then some rejection there. Volume bar here is just, you know, intermediate or just medium, so we're not going to be touching any more of the PLTR. The easy trade in PLTR is finished, but we will call it a day. Next one is RGTI. RGTI, I don't like the daily. The daily, you know, although it is a gap up, comparing it from the yesterday's closing price. If you compare that to PLTR, what I like to see is the consolidation of your candlestick and a nice breakaway play. So you have your consolidation here and it opens right here. So that is totally different from RGTI. RGTI, if you look at the daily, RGTI is just some bunch of noise. So comparing RGTI to our PLTR, look at where the price action is and in RGTI. So you have technically previous candlestick is still in this level and you're still in the middle of that. So that's the reason why we did not consider RGTI to trade or the stock of the day. Comparing the PLTR, you have your bunch of your dailies right here and a breakaway right here. So that is the A plus setup right there. So with trading, you just wanted to make it the easier trade, the more obvious, the better. And that way you have those retail traders as well, all watching the same stock, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you guys are watching the same move, the same strategy, then the higher probability that it will go in your direction. Apple here, I was already calling it out at 5 minutes of trading day that Apple is weak just because you have a level right here where it can serve as a rejection. Apple is an inside bar in the daily, so expect a lot of choppiness that can happen in Apple, and it will be a hard stock to trade today. That's why we stayed away from Apple. PayPal, I was calling out PayPal that PayPal is weak just because now it's the opposite. You have a huge gap down here, and then it opened right here. At one point it touched this level and then is now encountering that resistance, created an opening range breakdown. Not a massive move just because you already have this big move right here at the pre-market. What I don't like in PayPal is, although it's weak, look at the daily. Daily here is, it's not as big of a gap down compared from PLTR. Although PLTR is opposite, of course, it's a gap up. Nvidia, it's an inside bar right here. Was calling out Nvidia as well, that Nvidia is strong just because of your VWAP right there. And sure enough, it is doing its move. SMCI, we did not touch SMCI because of the daily. Daily, you have a lot of consolidation here. So that can just be a range bound kind of day. AMD, the same. You have lots of support resistance here. That can just be a range bound day. So yeah, we make it easy, and we traded 5 minutes today and we'll call it a day. So we started a little bit late today, so 9:35 and it's 9:58, less than 30 minutes into the day of trading, and now we can do other things. And that's the reason why I like day trading, just because you don't have to get stuck with your 9 to 5 and you can just wait for the opportunity to be there. And just like today, it did not disappoint. PLTR gave us that opportunity and we were able to maximize that move through our rinse and repeat strategy. So that's how we day trade. You want to make it as easy as possible, rinse and repeat, and you don't want to complicate things. Day trading is supposed to be easy as long as you have a solid strategy. Psychology is solid as well, and risk management, which is your stop loss, your entry, should be there at all time prior to entering the trade. So with that, yeah, we're are calling it a day. And for those of you who's asking on where to begin on how to day trade for a living, please feel free to check our website out. It's called ecourseunlock.com, and with that website you'll see the courses that we offered, as well as how to day trade for a living. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and we'll do this again next week, next Tuesday. If you do have any questions, please feel free to email us, and we will be more than happy to help you guys with any day trading questions. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye for now. You have to roll out of your bed to do what you love to do. For instance, for you to travel, spend time with your loved one, follow your passion, maybe do a volunteer work. Did you ever dream of reclaiming more time in a day, or ever wanted to start your own business so you can experience more autonomy, not having to report to a boss, and having the liberty to make your own decision or your own schedule? And I am not talking about retirement. Every day, we get a fresh 24 hours to make that decision on how we would spend that 24 hours. Every day, we are in a crossroad. Our decision will determine our future. In day trading, you can reclaim more time from your day by cutting the working hours to less than 10 hours per week, so you can focus on what matters most. Because honestly, for some, that 10 hours is only their commute time per week to work. After all, we all have seen this ad before. So reclaim more time through day trading so you can focus on what matters most. After all, we are all in a borrowed time, so make it count. Click the link below to learn how to day trade for a living. Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm a day trader. So what do you value the most? Is it family? Is it your relationship? Is it health? Is it growth? Or maybe a status? Or maybe a popularity? Is it achievement? Or is it security? Is it fulfillment? Or is it a passion? Is it a relationship, adventure, being creative, being able to do what you want at your own terms? Or just loving what you do, exploring the world, giving back, serving? Now the list can go on and on. What's the common denominator here? All of this require time. And if we will spend 90,000 hours at work, which is the average number of hours a person works in their lifetime, then who has the time to do all this? 24 hours in a day isn't coming to an end. 24 hours is all that we're going to get. Now, wish you could have more time so you can focus on what matters most. What would you do if you have more time in your hand? What would you do if money is not the driving force for you to work? What if you have to get up in the morning, not because you have to clock in at work? What if you have to roll out of your bed to do what you love to do? For instance, for you to travel, spend time with your loved one, follow your passion, maybe do a volunteer work. Did you ever dream of reclaiming more time in a day, or ever wanted to start your own business so you can experience more autonomy, not having to report to a boss, and having the liberty to make your own decision or your own schedule. And I am not talking about retirement. Every day, we get a fresh 24 hours to make that decision on how we would spend that 24 hours. Every day, we are in a crossroad. Our decision will determine our future. In day trading, you can reclaim more time from your day by cutting the working hours to less than 10 hours per week, so you can focus on what matters most. Because honestly, for some, that 10 hours is only their commute time per week to work. After all, we all have seen this ad before. So reclaim more time through day trading so you can focus on what matters most. After all, we are all in a borrowed time, so make it count. Click the link below to learn how to day trade for a living.